Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. One take, uncut. I'm going to keep this short and sweet as a general overview. So right here we have XRP Crow at Status, so STEDAS. Highly recommend you guys check out his website for all kinds of infographics such as this, and just going over the XRPTipBot app. And for those of you that are in the community, and for anyone that's complaining about price appreciation or price action, I understand that we're nearly towards a 2-year bear market. Keep in mind, this is where the money is really made for those that do accumulate, for those that do see the long-term potential with any asset for that matter. Obviously, based off the utility and wide-scale institutional adoption, I am most bullish on XRP, but it does not mean that other projects cannot see the same points of return. But for me, as a nascent market that has so much uncertainty as it is, I think that XRP is a very obvious hedge for those of you that want at least a more reliable and sure return on your investment. But again, guys, this is not financial advice. This is solely my opinion, so please do your own research. But right here, XRPTipBot app, guys, everybody that does not have that and you claim you're in that XRP community, you have to do your part. You cannot complain about Ripple or regulations. Do what you can do when you can do it to help contribute as well. Download the app. Perhaps send some microtransactions, get a little familiar. And again, you can send up to 500 XRP on the mobile application. I believe just on the Twitter tipping though, I believe it maxes out at 5 XRP, and you can actually withdraw up to 1,000 XRP per month. What I'm doing for Christmas for a lot of people, especially if XRP does have that high dream price that we believe in the future from true utility, sending high value, I'm sending, 100 XRP to all of my friends. So that's just one thing I recommend because it's doing your part, maybe helping with the circulating supply and just getting a little transaction volume on the network itself and getting used to it. So really, really cool. And I just want to say, do your part, guys. Next, for anybody that wants to learn about XRP, literally type in Hodor right here, Introduction to XRP, and read his blog if you want to show family and friends this, and do your part just to at least inform people. People don't need to buy it. It doesn't matter. This is going to appreciate with or without us, but it's an opportunity for everyday people to ride the wave and provide that organic liquidity. All right, next, Rhythm Trader. The Federal Reserve will inject at least another $425 billion of temporary cash into the financial system within the next few months, recently announced. Fun fact, the entire United States military budget every year is $693 billion. Everything's fine, though. And again, I say that facetiously. That's a tongue twister. Sarcastically, I should have said. All right, next, XRP holder for life. Thank you for sharing this. So we got Finabler, I'm going to say Finabler, partners with Alipay for cross-border remittances. And again, we know that Finabler is a RippleNet partner. For those of you that do not know, right here, we have 1,500 corporates and institutional partners, 25 million, consumers, 150 million transactions, 115 billion in volume for its customers, 45 countries. Right here, direct presence, but then again, you can say the customers of customers, 170 countries. Just like Ripple, the private company, has 300 plus direct customers on RippleNet using, their services altogether. They do have customers of customers, and that would range well over 11 to 12,000 at this point, if you're including gateway partners, Temenos, Finastra, all of those groups. So you have to realize that in the power of network effects and the easy rollout for XRP altogether. Next, we got Cheshire, and this is pretty cool. So, and again, this is just his opinion, but I found it interesting and wanted to share. So this is one of the busiest times of year. Obviously, we're ending Q4 now for financial transactions. Most would say it's the worst time to introduce something new, perhaps a new liquidity tool. This is speculation, but it's worth a thought. But that could also make it the perfect time to surprise everyone. My point is, think for yourself, make a decision, stick to it, and I'll be holding. Or hodling, whatever. Hodl, hodl. Everybody says it differently. Tomato, tomato. All right, and then lastly, we've got the stock market update. And I found this interesting regarding the repo operations and the repo lending and market. So why the Fed is going with a bazooka of $100 billion tonight. The repo market is a dynamic, unpredictable trade settlement market where there is no set limit on what transaction is requested internationally. So tonight, for example, if multiple transactions are greater than 100 billion goes to repo, then repo will blow up. End of the year transactions are larger because many foreign exchange and big funds want to close their book. So the Fed is going with the bazooka to pay them all. And in reality, guys, if anybody watches Greg Mannarino and keeps up to date with all of the market updates regarding the repo, stock market, and precious metals, he's right. what's happening is they're artificially inflating the stock market. We already see the S&P 500, we see the Dow, we see all of these going up. And what's going to happen is the CEOs by end of year via stock buybacks with this free money are just going to get big fat paychecks. That is all they're doing. And not to be very cynical or pessimistic, but this world is all about money. You follow the money and you'll see what's really happening. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I wanted to, just talk about the entire market right now because that is what XRP is going after. If you say, this has nothing to do with XRP, blah, 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 that is fine. But for me, I'm looking at a broader level. I'm looking at the macro trends because that is what I believe will help me in, distinguishing and finding the right investment opportunities. So again, with blockchain, obviously it's a no-brainer with all the CBDCs. We need to bridge the walled gardens. And right now, the only protocol that I see that is viable has been around for years and has various proof of concepts with some of the biggest groups in the world, has met with the Trump administration, the BIS, the IMF, the World Bank. To me, it's very obvious that that's at this point that a portion of my portfolio, whether it's, your 401ks and, stocks and index funds or precious metals, I think it would be a no-brainer to own some of the most viable digital assets in this space. You know me, I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. However, XRP has caught my attention a long time ago. Again, let me know your thoughts down below, guys. I appreciate all that like and share this video, and I'll see you in the next one.